Welcome to our documentary on one of the most fascinating and historic civilizations in the world, ancient Egypt. For over 3,000 years, this extraordinary society has influenced the course of history, art, religion, and architecture. Join us as we explore the complete history of Egypt, from its beginnings to its profound legacy in the origins of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt, one of the most fascinating and influential civilizations in history, has its roots in a unique geographical and cultural context. Located along the Nile River, Egypt benefited from a favorable environment that allowed for the development of a complex and sophisticated society. The origins of this civilization date back around 5,000 years, with the emergence of agricultural communities along the banks of the Nile. The Nile, with its annual flooding cycle, played a crucial role in the lives of the ancient Egyptians. These floods fertilized the soil, making it suitable for the cultivation of wheat, barley, and other essential grains. The availability of food resources fostered population growth and the formation of stable villages. The first communities, organized into small tribes, began to develop agricultural practices and cultivation techniques. Around 3100 BC, two important kingdoms, Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, unified under the rule of Nama, or Mens, marking the beginning of the so-called dynastic period. This unification not only consolidated political power, but also promoted a cultural exchange that would characterize the entire Egyptian history. Nama is often represented in the famous Nama palette, which symbolizes the victory and unity of the two kingdoms. Religion held a central place in ancient Egypt. The Egyptians believed in a pantheon of gods, each ruling over different aspects of life and nature. Ra, the sun god, and Osiris, the god of life and death, were among the most revered. Religious practices, such as rituals and temple constructions, reflected the importance of religion in daily life. Moreover, the belief in the afterlife led to the construction of imposing tombs, such as the pyramids, which served to ensure the eternal life of the pharaohs. The art and architecture of ancient Egypt are also emblematic of its origins. The earliest artistic expressions date back to rock paintings and pottery from the pre-dynastic period. Over time, Egyptian art developed distinctly, with unique styles and techniques. The pyramids, built during the Old Kingdom, represent not only an extraordinary engineering achievement, but also the power and religiosity of the pharaohs. Another fundamental aspect of the origins of ancient Egypt is the evolution of writing. The Egyptians developed hieroglyphs, a complex system that combined logographic and phonetic symbols. This form of writing was used to record historical events, religious practices, and administrative matters, allowing for the transmission of knowledge across generations. Over time, ancient Egypt experienced periods of great prosperity and equally significant crises. External invasions, famines, and internal struggles influenced the course of its history, but Egyptian culture continued to impact surrounding civilizations. Its legacy is evident even today, in monuments, art, and religion, testifying to the greatness of one of the oldest civilizations in the world. The origins of ancient Egypt are a fascinating intertwining of geographical, cultural, and political factors that gave rise to an extraordinary civilization. Its history, rich in innovations and achievements, continues to capture the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts worldwide. Ancient Egypt is not just a chapter in history, but a symbol of creativity and resilience that endures through time. The Old Kingdom and the Pyramids. The Old Kingdom, also known as the period of the Pyramids, developed in Egypt between 2686 and 2181 BC. This period is characterized by the construction of the famous pyramids, iconic symbols of Egyptian architecture and culture. The kingdom extended across much of Egypt, with its capital at Memphis, where the pharaohs ruled with a power and authority that seemed almost divine. The pharaoh, considered a god on earth, had the duty to maintain Mat, the cosmic order, and ensure the prosperity of the nation. Religion played a crucial role in the daily life of the Egyptians, influencing every aspect of their existence, from politics to agriculture. The pharaohs were revered not only as sovereigns, but also as intermediaries between men and the gods. The construction of the pyramids began during the Third Dynasty, with Pharaoh Dosa, who had his famous step pyramid built, designed by the architect Imhotep. This structure, located at Saqqara, marked a significant evolution in funerary architecture, laying the foundations for future smooth-faced pyramids. Djoser's Pyramid, approximately 62 meters high, is considered the first large stone monument in history. During the 4th dynasty, pyramid construction reached its peak. Pharaohs like Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure commissioned the grandest pyramids ever built. The Pyramid of Khufu, the largest of the 3 pyramids of Giza, is an architectural wonder that rises to a height of 146.6 meters. Built with over 2 million stone blocks, its construction is an unparalleled engineering feat that continues to amaze scholars and visitors alike. The pyramids were not just tombs, they also represented the power and divinity of the pharaoh. Each structure was surrounded by a funerary complex, which included temples, chapels, and statues, where priests officiated rituals to ensure the pharaoh's safe passage into the afterlife. The pyramids were designed to last for eternity, reflecting the Egyptian belief in life after death. The Old Kingdom also saw an extraordinary flourishing of writing, art, and culture. Hieroglyphs, a system of sacred writing, were used to record historical events and to sanctify the memory of the pharaohs. The sculptures and reliefs, carved with great mastery, depicted scenes of daily life, offerings, and religious rituals, revealing much about the society of the time. However, the Old Kingdom did not last forever. Towards the end of the 6th dynasty, Egypt began to face internal crises and political conflicts. The centralization of power weakened, and the country entered a period of disorder, culminating in the First Intermediate Period. The pyramids, once symbols of power, also became sites of looting and deterioration. Despite the fall of the Old Kingdom, the pyramids remained a lasting symbol of Egyptian greatness. Even today, they attract tourists and scholars from around the world, who ponder the construction techniques and the cultural significance of these extraordinary structures. The Old Kingdom and its pyramids continue to represent a fascinating chapter in human history, a testament to humanity's ability to create works of extraordinary beauty and meaning.